Hey everybody, I'm Bear.
And I'm Pixie.
And today we're going to give you a look at how Chibi Chibi Con went for us up in Washington State at Evergreen College. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
To stop and get some donuts. If you haven't been to Bauman Farms, I highly recommend getting the apple cider or the strawberry donuts. And then we also got some sandwiches. So Chibi Chibi Con was only a one-day event. If you haven't done it before, it's up in Evergreen College in Washington. We weren't really expecting a whole lot with this convention. We hadn't, like I said, ever done this one before, so we kind of went in with a little lower expectations since it was just kind of a one-day con, and I hadn't really heard of it before. I mean, so still kind of getting some of the events and the conventions underneath our belt with experience and things. So this one, they were really well organized. They did do a really good job of communicating in the emails with the maps, and
they had the tables, numbered, and so that we knew exactly where we were going. So that was nice. So the setup part was actually not that bad. We kind of were changing a little bit of things on the fly, so that was kind of fun. But we were able to get everything set up before the convention even really started, and so with plenty of time to spare. So that was good. Parking in general too. We would kind of pull off to almost common area, and then we would unload from there. And so basically how they kind of loaded us in was like 3 cars at a time.
It's kind of hard if you're doing this solo because you would need to drop off your stuff and then also move your car, and then you'd have to leave your stuff at the table. So that kind of setup was a little difficult if you were doing it solo. I guess you could park in the parking lot that's a little further and then go and just walk over, but I mean...
The only problem is that parking lot was a pretty long distance away, or at least it felt like. I mean, I walked that multiple different times throughout the day, and it was not a small distance, that's for sure, So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, the convention was really, really fun. It was a lot busier than we were expecting, so which was really nice. I mean, our expectations were kind of like, not to say anything bad about Chibi Chibi Con, but we just didn't really know about it. We thought it was just one day, so generally we're like, well, we'll see what we can get on this one. And we were pleasantly surprised about how busy it was.
There you go, that makes sense. So would you like to do card or cash? Cool. That would just be $10 even. Thank you very
I liked the table layout a lot. They had mainly all the artist alleys in one big room. And then they had kind of another room just behind for the other events. So they had costume contests, dance contests, and lip sync and all that kind of stuff there too. The one thing that I had questions about was they had like a own separate room right as you're walking in. If you go to the left, I think it was called Matcha Hall. And they also put Artist Alley people in that room as well. But I do think they probably could have used that room for something else, because there was enough room in the main Artist Alley hall to fit another row of tables, probably like along the walls. They could have done like another row. Where we were placed, we were kind of on the outside of like the main room. So like there's rows and stuff, so we were on the outside row. in that upper corner area there too. So that actually worked really well for traffic. You know, there was a wide alleyway going up and down. If you were in more like the middle rows, it definitely was a lot more cramped because like anytime we were trying to like walk around and look at artist things and stuff like that, like you could not walk down the middle aisles, like they were that packed. So yeah, it was good. Like, you know, like I said, you know, we had really good crowds coming in all day. Really only slowed down until probably what 6:30, something like that. So I think that's when they had more of like the events going on, the dance battles and things like that, and that's kind of when it started slowing down. But other than that, it was like a really steady stream of people, you know, for the most part, you know, all day.
Yeah, and watch to the end of the video, guys, because we're gonna break down just kind of generally what kind of the money side of this was like for us. So stay to the end of the video.
Oh gosh, I've only seen a little bit of it. Yeah, so I don't know all the characters.
I love this like Snow White.
Me too. Do you have a favorite like Disney character?
Meg.
Meg? Oh yeah, the sassy one. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I love her. She's my favorite too. Yeah. She's so cute. You want to do this? All right. And then I also have this campfire. Yeah, sure. This one, right? Yes. Okay. All right, that'll be 38.44. Did you want to start? Okay. All right. Do you want a bed? Do you want a receipt? Thank you so much.
So with,
I left everything
I'll say this
with tax, it'd be $13.18.
If you're an attendee, we do ask you
There you go, and then you can
vacate
just grab
the office alley.
Yeah, you did it already.
And if you're wanting to
Thanks so much.
the
My
raise,
favorite is from the hottest.
you can wait outside, and then we will let you in
I have like a
once it
bunch
is
of
time
other
for
things
the
that
raise.
I have
Thank
like
you.
designed. I just don't have them as like physical products yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're good.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thanks. I think we can start wrapping this up.
Yep.
Oh, that's touch hearts right here. You have a heart?
All right, we're gonna start wrapping up here. It's a very big party.
Yeah. Best one we've ever had.
Yeah. The teardown process went pretty quickly, and the convention overall was amazing. We'll share the rest of our thoughts and a breakdown of our expenses at the end, but the rest of our Washington trip was actually to celebrate our 3rd-year wedding anniversary. Once we finished at the convention, we decided to drive up to Seattle and do some sightseeing for a few days. Our first stop was a concert for Billy Joel. I know a few of his songs, but it's mostly for my husband, who's the bigger fan.
Dude, he's here.
We both had a great time, and the stadium was really cool and completely packed. Next, we went to the Japanese gardens. It started to rain, so we didn't really get to walk around too long, but the flowers were all in bloom and so pretty.
fishing becomes huge.
The following day, it was still raining pretty hard outside, so we went to the aquarium. Funny enough, there was a huge school field trip there, so it was like shoulder to shoulder trying to walk around these students. Our last stop was to check out the Chihuly Glass and Garden Museum. There's these huge glass sculptures. One of my favorites looks like this massive ocean wave with all kinds of different mini sculptures of sea life woven into the wave. There were others of colorful flowers hanging from the ceiling, taking up an entire room, and the colors were absolutely breathtaking. Now, let's get into the summary of Chibi Chibi Con. Right off the bat, like the table cost was super beginner friendly, so if you're just getting into all this stuff, Chibi Chibi Con was, I think it was like roughly $70 for the table, so super nice to, you know, for a starter. Highly recommend that. I'm hoping they keep the price that way for next year as well too, because I would love, you know, for us to go back and table again. So that was huge. The other thing that I did really like is if you are doing it solo, they did have staff and volunteers offering to help other artists set up their booth and things. So that was super nice. I mean, we had each other to help set it up, so that went by pretty quick. But if you're doing it solo, you just need like, hey, I need a little bit of extra help, or if I, you know, have questions or things like that, or if you're needing help to pack, you know, after the convention too, to load up your car and stuff like that too. You know, the staff was there to help too, so I think that was really phenomenal. All
right, everybody, so that's kind of our general thoughts and just how Chibi Chibi Con went for us. And yeah, honestly, here's kind of, I don't know if I should put this here or here somewhere. We'll put it somewhere in this shot. A general pie chart of kind of the breakdown between our expenses and profits for this con, which honestly, as you can see by the graph, we did quite well.
We were able to make back the table cost and all of our expenses in the first hour and a half, which was honestly record-breaking for us. Some of our sales were done with cash, but most were through card. The convention was kind enough to offer free Wi-Fi too, so that really helped making transactions pretty smooth. Now, for the other expenses like the Airbnb and gas, we were only counting what Friday and Saturday would have been. We're not counting the entire trip since the other half was more of a vacation. And the last little bit, of course, was sales tax since we were in Washington this time, and the Square Card transaction fees.
Thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully as you continue to follow us, you like these kind of convention videos, because we got some more along the way, especially in September. You're going to be seeing, and probably October, a couple of our newer videos when it comes to conventions. But in the summer, we're going to be changing things up a little bit, hitting you with some different kinds of videos. So please stay tuned to Bear and Pixie Art Studio here on YouTube. Giving us a like and a subscribe would really help as well. Kind of helps us out and just keeps us in the general YouTube algorithm. So hopefully you really had a great time today, and we look forward to see you all again in the next video. Take care.
Bye!